So I tried to do my ritual with my little candle lit, and I thought, well, it's, older, it'll stay lit. But nope. I had this with me, and so I lit my candle in there, and it still went out. So I tried to have a candle for the solstice, but I've got my representations. I've got the pine cone for the Morrigan. I've got this geode, and I sent a similar one to Samarinix a few months ago, and to me that it looks like snow, does it not? It basically is just a crystallized looking thing of snow. And then I've got the tree, and it's white. I got this from Disney World, and to me that is my representation for Dagda, because all of the deities I work with are generally associated with earth, but also a few of them are, like Morrigan is with water, and so I have those as my representations for the deities. And I have this because I was like, oh, it'll be for the sun returning, but that didn't happen. And I'm like, I've got it on this boulder just chilling, and my legs are so freaking cold. I fell on my trek up here and I forgot to put on jeans, so I just have leggings, and it's melting and my legs are solid ice. So yeah, but isn't this just so pretty when I'm doing my ritual as snow trucks come by? But this was my view as I said, we honor the return of the sun at this time, and I said it for each deity, and I had my own little thing with them, such as a lot more land-oriented for the local goddess, and a lot more for the devotees when I called upon Morrigan, as, were her priestesses and priests, were her warriors, were her soldiers, and, all the things that go along with Morrigan. And then for Dagda, it was his lesson of what he wants me to learn, because he came to me and kind of started throwing me in the cauldron. But the thing is with him, it's not a bad thing. His cauldron is not, the cauldron of rebirth by any means. That's his club. So maybe he whacked me over the head with his club, and now he's tapping me with the other end of it, if you know his story. But yeah, I think this is my new favorite spot to do rituals, because it's got such a beautiful view. And I mean, you're in a little, just surrounded by trees and snow. But yeah, so I thanked them and said, we rejoice. There's a raven crow thing. But I said for each of them, we're rejoicing in the return of the sun and its warmth, as winter truly begins here in Utah, but the sun is returning, so we have the reminder that summer is eventually coming, and the snow is what is going to fuel the life here in Utah. So anyways, I got 10% battery, so I'm gonna go. But yeah, I'll see you later. So it is the morning of the 22nd, and I did a morning ritual yesterday, and today is kind of the technical first day of when the sun is returning. And so I wanted to do a ritual this morning as well, because I was planning on doing a ritual last night at a local shop, but the snow and the weather was so bad, it just wasn't practical to leave. Because as you can see, I'm not even touching the ground, and I'm it's deep. It's really deep, and it's been drifting, and just a lot of snow. My dad gave me this suit that they used to go snowmobiling in, and so now I can sit in the snow and not freeze. So I meditated this morning on the last year. Yesterday it was just a quick honoring that the sun has returned, but this morning I felt with Dagda, not the goddesses, but just Dagda, I needed to come and sit with him in the cauldron and really see what I did this year. And I thought back to the main thing that I told myself that I wanted to do this year, which was to live and go and experience life. And I kind of did that. I did a lot more than I usually would have. I've gone to movies. I've gone to, different parts of the state. I've flown across the country. And I actually did stuff this year. And then I pulled this card from my Earth Magic deck. And I've actually never pulled this card before, which was really interesting. They're snowplows. But it's Shaman, Ancient Healing Wisdom. And I don't have my guidebook with me, so I'm not entirely certain what it means. But that's what 2016 is holding for me, is this card. And yeah, I put my cauldron on an old coffee can. But yeah, this one is actually staying lit, which I found was kind of interesting, that this is the one that stayed going, and yesterday it wasn't. It was like the sun wasn't ready to return quite yet. It hadn't officially hit Yule, and now it's the season of it. Winter is here, but it's lit. And yeah, so I just sat here and meditated on my year, and I figured out what I'm going to do next year at this Sabbat is, throughout the year I'm going to keep a photographic journal of my year. And so I'm gonna go over the next few days and get a art thing, journal, whatever you want to call it, with the fancy paper and the hardback and everything, and just start filling that out and gluing in pictures for my year. And I mean, I could buy a scrapbook, but I just don't honestly know how to use them. They're pretty elaborate. And a photo book, or a art book, I can just fill it out how I desire. So yeah, I'm planning on doing that this next year, but I want to see what that card means in the book, and then kind of compare it to my own life right now and see how that's going to work out. But I don't know, it just seemed appropriate to come sit with Dagda, with the cauldron and the flame lit within it, and pull a card. And yeah, it's really snowing out here. You probably can't even tell, but I have to hunch over my phone to keep it from getting snowed on, because I can't imagine that's too good for a phone. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And that's pretty much, I think, the last of my celebrations, really. I set up that altar, but I don't know, coming out and doing rituals is something that I've loved doing, and that was one of the things I did in 2015 that I had never done before. I'd never gone out and done a ritual before in the snow, and in January of this year I did. And now here I am sitting for Yule in a little dugout area of snow. And to me this is a lot more powerful than sitting in front of my elaborate altar. I just always like to set one up, even if I don't really use it, just to kind of show that I'm honoring the season. Even if I don't actually use it for a celebration, it's just there. Kind of like you put up your Christmas tree. Even if you don't have presents under, it's okay. You can still set up your tree. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is all that I really needed to do for the Yule celebrations. I might do a meditation tonight, but yeah, I'm gonna meditate on this card during the day, but it's kind of cold out, and I'm getting soaked. Thankfully it's not going through, but I have to go into the house and drag in snow. So anyways, I just wanted to share this with you. So thank you for watching. I hope you all had a fabulous winter solstice, Yule, or Christmas. I'm gonna try to vlog a little bit of my Christmas Witchmas celebrations, but again, I don't know how I'm going to be able to get out of my driveway, so we're having some technical difficulties with that, because the snow is mid-thigh deep, and that's a problem because I can't really logistically plow the driveway. I don't have a blade on my car or anything, and my dad still is recouping from his surgery, so he can't plow the driveway, or he shouldn't. So yeah, it's just, it's fun. I might have my mom just come pick me up at the road. And, you know, not even bother. Because we have a very large driveway. It's not like a city driveway where it's a couple of cars length. Like, we're up in a canyon. It's a lot of driveway and snow. A lot more, I think, than the city has right now. But anyways, I'm trying to get this all in frame. But yeah, so anyways, I hope your celebrations have gone smoothly. I hope you all are loving the snow if you have it. I know I am. I'm loving it. And yeah, I think I'm going to take down my